If you can follow on Espresso Shots. If you're going to speak, just kind of give me your hand there. All right, folks, we're just getting ready to roll here. It's about a minute and a half to go. The moderator is getting in place and moving some wires around here. And we should be ready to rock and roll right on time tonight. We'll be having you in the air, and we'll be flying shortly. Thank you for flying Air Canada. That would be a good name for an airplane. Espresso Shots Air. Thank you for flying Espresso Shots Air.
More dangerous than COVID-19. The man who turned the Golden Arches upside down to create Westport's newest brand and recently added to the Westport Most Unwanted list, public enemy number 2, but still reaching for the bottom, as seen on TV, the Ed Snowden of the village, the coffee grinder himself, the Mad Hatter of mochas, it's Jitter Juice Johnny.
You're listening to Espresso Shots Live. Tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. for your digital caffeine.
Espresso Shots Live podcast is not and should not be viewed as a news source. While I often discuss current events and cite sources that are both conventional and unconventional, once again, the views expressed on this show are that of one man, myself, and the guests that join me. This show is primarily designed for entertainment. Enjoy.
Welcome to Espresso Shots Live. My name is John. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Espresso Shot Show family. And if you're a long-time viewer, welcome home. On October 13th, last week, I did a dark roast segment on village branding. And if you're not familiar with what a dark roast segment is, I normally do a dark roast from time to time, normally a minute or two, to talk about something that's not sitting well with me, or maybe it needs a little bit of light shone upon it, or it just needs some social justice brought to it. Dark roasts are a great way to facilitate a conversation about a subject that maybe some people don't want to talk about. Now let's take a closer look at last week's dark roast on village branding. Normally, as I said, it's a minute or two, but this particular topic ended up being the whole half-hour show. So it obviously did not sit well with me, and it didn't sit well on my palate. And to be truthful, it still turns in my stomach at nighttime. To demonstrate last week how ridiculous the branding idea was, I decided to be as equally ridiculous and come up with some slogans and logos to play along. Now, I'm pretty sure that the average bear caught the irony and the humor to the segment. Let me just pause for a second and say, number 1, it's okay to have an opinion. Number 2, it's okay to voice your opinion. And number 3, it's okay to listen to other people's opinion and reflect upon your own opinion. That's what opinions really are. Last week, after the Espresso Shot show aired, I received a private message the following day from a unnamed Westport councillor. The message really highlighted or questioned why I live here, why do I consider running a business here, and why do I stay here, primarily based on my opinion. Well, I guess that's their opinion, and that's fair. But for the record, I do appreciate people's opinions, and I do like it when they comment on the show. But when someone who claims that transparency is paramount, I'm confused as to why that person would not choose to make a public statement during the show about the opinions being expressed by myself and others. Is it because they know that the comment that they're going to send is ridiculous? Is it that they're too embarrassed to say something like that publicly? Or is it just the way that things have typically been done behind closed doors for years? I'll leave that up to you to determine. I don't know. If you watch the show on a regular basis, I consider you part of the community to this show. Almost family, if you will. And families tend to fight and argue and fling poo from time to time, but at the end of the day, there's still respect and love and all those things that go along with being part of a community and a family member. So I'm not one to hold a grudge, so I'll take that private message and I'll tuck it away for a later date. But remember, when people are told to hush up, don't speak your mind in public, keep your thoughts to yourself, that is not a healthy environment. That is not a transparent environment. In my opinion, that is not good. And again, the key word there is my opinion. Well, let's not beat a dead horse to death. Let's find out what's in your cup tonight. And welcome to Express Shots Live. My name is John. Let me just pull my volume down just a little bit. So what's in your cup? And hey, who's in the room tonight? In my room, I have my moderator over there, Cynthia, and she's following tonight on the Facebook page, now recalled Espresso Shots Westport. So if you're commenting on that page tonight, Cynthia's following along, and I'm following along kind of on YouTube. So that's the way the show is set up tonight. And in my cup, because I just felt like I needed some good karma, maybe some peace out, I decided to have a tea. I'm actually having, what am I having, Cynthia?
You are having some of Ramona's famous chai tea.
Oh, this is my sister-in-law's, Ramona's, tea. So cheers, Ramona. Tell me what's in your cup.
Well, I'm having a latte with 2 shots of 49 Parallel Espresso and a little bit of Splenda. And we've got Heather following along. She's having water, but not Westport salty water.
Nice. We have Bob. Let me just, I got to click in and out because Cynthia is way over there. So I got to change the mic from time to time. So Bob's in the house watching on YouTube. Welcome to the show, Bob. Hope everything is going well. What's in your cup tonight, Bob?
So until we hear from Bob, we have Brad is having a cold cup of water.
What's that, Cynthia?
Brad is having a cold cup of water. Brad Greenslade.
Nice. Well, you can't go wrong with water. You cannot go wrong with water. So, listen, I'm going to turn you off there for Cynthia. I'm going to flick myself back on over here. Doing a bit of a reading today here. And I know this is probably going to not be good news for anybody, but it's not going to be a surprise. So according to the Old Farmanac's Almanac, hold on. See, this is what happens when I drink tea. I can't spit out a word. Almanac, the Farmer's Almanac, which has been helping readers for 230 years with an 80% accuracy rate. Pretty amazing. So anyway, They are calling for, let me get their words there. Prepare for a winter shiver, a bone chilling, below average temperature winter. The winter could be one of the coldest and longest that we've seen in years, according to Jamie Stillman from the Old Farmer's Almanac. Heavy snow, heavy rain, and lots of it. Do you remember a few years ago? I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I get kind of mixed up. Where down east they were shoveling out their homes. They couldn't even get out of their houses. I'm feeling like we're heading for something like that. That's my feeling on the weather. Let me know what you think. But before we kind of go off and not really have an expert to chirp in, maybe let's go see what Happy McSunny has to say about the weather.
Good Wednesday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Happy McSunny, and I'm reporting to you live from the Westport and the Reno Lakes area. Today was another stunning day. We were seeing it in the low 20s. Tomorrow we're going to see some rain. Temperature's going to drop a little bit. By the weekend we're going to be down to single digits and a little cooler. And just a little reflection on transparency. I just really wanted to come clean with everybody. I'm actually a blonde. And I feel so much better telling all of you. Back to you in the studio, John. What's that?
Is that your audio playing over there?
Nope. It's yours on your phone.
Oh, I guess it's my audio. Imagine that. I'm going to change this up a little bit. Give me a sound check there, Cynthia.
Check. Sound check.
One more.
Sound check.
All right.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Got you in there. All right. So, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that, Cynthia? Cold winter.
I don't mind that at all. I love the snow. I'm good with that. So we have Jeremy. He's from Thunder Bay. He's watching along tonight with his little gal Jasmine, and he's drinking some water. But I wonder what he thinks about cold, and maybe they have some snow up there already. I don't know. Pretty cold up in Thunder Bay.
Yeah. It was pretty nice here today in the village. Super sunny, beautiful day. But calling for a rain, as Happy said, tomorrow. So yeah. So good. Yeah, that's the weather, man. I don't think it's looking too great, but I think we'll survive it. I'm gonna just change my mic up again here. When Cynthia needs to chirp in, she'll just put her hand up over there, and I'll switch her up and give her a mic. I had to change things up a little bit tonight here. I feel like what time? You remember? There was a time that you were in the hospital, Cynthia, and you were all wired up to all these wires everywhere. And I remember sitting beside you, and I couldn't move because there was wires everywhere. And I feel like that tonight. There's mic wires everywhere. There's cables all over my feet. I keep saying I'm going to straighten up my studio, but I never seem to have time to do that. So anyway, put that on the agenda. So what's in the news? And as you know, we are not a news channel. This is entertainment, local entertainment. So first of all, I guess congratulations to Amy Carty on her recent victory in the Westport by-election. Pretty close election, down to a couple votes. I was surprised with not a great voting turnout, but nonetheless, good election. So congratulations to everybody that ran, Renee, Mark, Frank, and Amy. So Amy will settle in for a year, and then we'll go back to the polls in another year and figure it all out again. So, yeah, exciting stuff. So, and again, people ask me, look, where do you get your news? I typically don't often read the rearview mirror. I do from time to time, nothing against the rearview mirror. I tend to get most of my news on the street. I'm talking to people about what's going on, and that seems to give me enough to get me through the day. And then from time to time, I'll tune into the Facebook feeds of the area. So I caught this one. This has been going on for a little while. So the ball diamond in Westport. So they passed a bylaw a few years ago allowing dogs to use the ball diamond, and I know lots of people had mixed feelings about that one. And then recently they rescinded that bylaw, so people can no longer, or should I say, dogs and their owners can no longer frolic in the ball diamond, in the fenced ball diamond. So I was just kind of wondering, because again, I don't know, but what spurred on that change? Anybody know why that happened or why that changed? I I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides of it. First of all, it is a ball diamond, and it should be used as that. And then, dogs should have a place as well in the village to go. So, I don't know. Why did that change? Was it just somebody decided to change it, or was it something that's been on the books for a while? I don't know. First, I kind of heard of it. Luckily, we have a backyard for our dog, so we don't really require a dog park. But I know there are people out there that do enjoy a dog park. So, anybody looking for a great business venture in the village of Westport, open up a private dog park. If you can find a piece of land that doesn't cost a gazillion dollars, you could do that. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. Hold on. I'm gonna just give me 1 second here. Go ahead.
So one of the responses from our listeners is some irresponsible owner not picking up the crap from their animal.
Yeah, I read that too, but I can't believe that would be the reason, because that's pretty common in the village, and probably everywhere, that from time to time people don't always pick up their dog doo-doo. So Paul Miller, somebody must have slid into third base. I agree. That's probably exactly what happened. But I wonder, maybe this is a little bit of a. Is that it, Cynthia?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this guy back up here. I'm wondering if it has to do with this at all. Maybe this is tinfoil hat stuff. I don't know. But one of our wells is in Lockwood Park. So I'm assuming that we wouldn't want a lot of feces on that ground that would eventually leach into the well water and increase the sodium levels in our water. That was a thought that I had, not based on anything other than a thought and an idea that I had. Maybe a little bit of a tinfoil hat stuff. I don't know. If somebody out there can confirm that or unconfirm that, that would be fantastic. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay, Mark was explaining that it came from a survey that they did on the park, and it was the biggest response they got. And then Jackie, one of our counselors, said this was a questionnaire sent out to all citizens about Lockwood Park, and the overall response was to do away with the dog park, so it was changed.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for letting me know, Mark and Jackie. Appreciate it. Like everybody, I don't always catch all the news, so I have to fill in the blanks from time to time. But that makes sense. I can understand why people would not want to have dogs running around in a sports complex. It's like, why not allow them on the rink to have a poop out there when they're not playing hockey, right? Hold on, I gotta go back to Mike. Number 2, go ahead.
Yes, I'm gonna put in my 2 cents here on this situation. I think there's a lot of dog owners that live in this village, and that the village should really look at a dog park, getting some property and putting in a dog park, because I think there's a huge call for it. There's a lot of people in this village that have dogs. Just my 2 cents.
What about a cat park? If they can have a dog park, why can't they have a cat park?
Cats don't necessarily need to be walked.
No, I hear what you're saying. And again, maybe it's a private business opportunity. Maybe it's a partnership. Who knows? But I guess to find the space might be the challenge for that one. So anyway, Halloween right around the corner. Hell yeah! The best day of the year, Halloween. Gotta love it. Again, I saw the comment. Is Halloween happening this year in the village of Westport? You're damn right it's happening, man. We've got 100 pumpkins in our front yard, and we're carving those babies up on Saturday, next Saturday. And we're going to decorate them all up like we always do and make the yard look super festive. And the Cottage Coffee House will be carrying on their tradition of giving out hot chocolate to everybody to keep them warm and cozy as they travel around the village and enjoy everybody's camaraderie in a safe, socially distanced, masked manner. Any comments from the peanut gallery over there? No comments?
No comments.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about Halloween. We actually got costumes issued too. What are we?
What are we? What are you? People will have to come out and see.
You'll have to come and see what we are. So yes, Halloween is right around the corner. What is today? Is the 14th or no? It's not the 14th. What the heck? It's the 20th. So it's 11 days away. I think I lost a week. I was so looking forward to, after Westport coming to an end and getting through the Meet the Candidates video, to just being on cruise control for a little while. But that didn't seem to happen. Didn't seem to happen at all. And last night my cell phone was dinging off the wall with messages and comments and concerns. And hey, I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. Cynthia, could you maybe talk a little bit about Shop and Hop and what's going on there? I know we're still a bit early on that one, but...
Sure. So the annual Shop and Hop is coming up on November the 26th. It's a Friday night. It'll be shopping all day, and then the participating shops will be open until 8 p.m. The Westport Arts Council has once again organized the outdoor European-style market. That will run from 2 until 7. We are going to have horse and buggy rides from 4 until 8. We have the music from the wonderful Steve Kennedy from 4 until 8 as well. And last but not least, Santa will be at the Victorian Suites. He'll be set up outside in the yard in one of Dale Lyon's beautiful antique sleighs.
Nice. And what was the date of that again?
It is Friday, November 26th. Which happens to be my birthday.
Oh.
And if anybody's paying attention, I'm going to be 50. I'm going to be 50 at the Shop and Hop.
Wow. 50 years old. That is getting up there. I hit that mark a few years ago. It's not a very kind mark. It's a tough one. But once you get over it, you're okay. It just takes a while. So, Yeah, so Shop and Hop should be fun. Unfortunately, the Santa Claus parade, or the maybe we should call it the festive parade, or the winter parade, or the parade that we have during the winter time, is canceled this year again, just because of COVID and being maybe a little bit overcautious. And just, well, I think it's tough to plan something out when you've got so many things happening and then something goes amok. I mean, we've been lucky. We're in this fourth wave. Ontario seems to be doing well, so hopefully we don't see a fifth wave. We get through the winter and spring looks like a little bit different than it did this year. Yes, so that's what's going on. But there's no reason you can't hop in your car and decorate it up and drive around the village and honk your horn and have some fun and do all that stuff. You're allowed to do that. It's okay. It's okay to have fun in public. Nothing wrong with that. So go do it, man. And what? Anybody have any great Christmas ideas? I know we're getting ahead of it. We haven't even touched Halloween yet, but often people will do gift exchanges, and this will be a year where families are maybe getting larger because of COVID. Not that they're having more kids, but I mean that more people may be getting together in larger groups, where last year it was pretty small. I know people still got together regardless, but this year it might be a bit bigger. So any fun ideas planned? Anybody, any gift exchanges that you guys got planned or figured out? Or I'm going to click back on here. Nothing. What a quiet crowd tonight. Everybody is just sitting there, deep in thoughts. Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. Okay, well, I do have. I thought I would add in a quote of the week to the show. So I have a quote right here, and this one was provided to me by my buddy last night, and it's a good one. The quote is this, and it's actually by, a lot of people think this is Aristotle, but it's not. It's Albert Hubert. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, and you'll never be criticized. True that. So that's my quote of the week by, make sure I get his name right, Albert Hubert.
That's a great quote. Love it.
Love it. Oh, it's from Casey.
That's from Casey. Casey's a smart dude.
Casey, man, I talked to Casey last night at 2 a.m. He's hammering away these haunted House of Rock episodes. He's a huge Halloween fan. He loves the old scary movies, and he spends months putting these shows together for syndication. And I can't wait. I think it's dropping on the 30th of October. So we'll be able to listen to that. And when I do get my hands on that link, I will share it in the Espresso Shot Facebook page, so you can click on it and check out that show, which always has some great guests and some awesome rockin' music. So always looking forward to that. So take the mic, Cynthia. My throat is sore over here.
I have nothing to say.
You got nothing to say.
I got nothing.
Well, I guess maybe I'll just click this off. Maybe we'll finish tonight. And again, I don't want to beat things to death around here. I mean, I think there are learnings to be had by people, and I'm when we talk, obviously, transparency is a hot topic right now, and so much so that it consumed 15 minutes of the council meeting last night that was aired on YouTube. And espresso shots and dark roast got mentioned. And that's great. I'm glad that people are watching the show and are engaged. But I wanted to just kind of say that the transparency issue did not come from my last week's show talking about branding at all. In my belief, in my opinion, the Meet the Candidates video that I was asked to put together was really riddled with a lot of questions about transparency. And I have about 36 of those questions that were submitted. I never selected the 5 that were asked. And even the responses from the counselors or the potential counselors talked a lot about transparency. So it's not that I kicked the transparency can, although I seem to take some of the blame, if you will, for that. And I don't consider it blame. I think when people start talking about issues publicly, that is a good thing, not a bad thing. So I think the words that maybe council were looking for are thank you. And my response is you're welcome. So anyway, let's move on. We have a new council, excited, and that's the show, guys. We'll talk to you again. Tune in next week. We'll try to put together a